Hello, good evening, and welcome back to our ongoing adventures in Resident Evil Village. I am joined once again by the amazing Ruth. Hello, Ruth.
Yay!
And this evening we may even complete the game. Who
Hopefully.
knows? Who knows? It's had a couple of twists and turns. I am still curious as to what exactly is going on and how. I think my main thing is, we have uh, uh, Chris Redfield and his behaviour, that sort of the goody acting like a baddie kind of thing.
hmm
But also as well, I want to know how this relates to the broader themes of Resident Evil, the things like the bioweapons and viruses and ultimately zombies. If that's what I mean. Is this gonna?
Yeah,
I hope we're not. Basically, I hope we're not fully down the magic route in this. As it were. I hope there's still some
sciencey stuff.
yeah, biology, sciencey type stuff going on. But we shall see. That's why we're here, and I say we may even complete it this evening. Good evening, Omni Revan. Good to see you. And well, let's go to the game and begin.
It starts.
There we go. Yeah, no, yeah, don't start a new game from scratch. That would be heartbreaking.
Well, it wouldn't override it, would you? Just load the next one.
Hopefully, hopefully. Ah, man. So again, I'm really impressed with the way in which people have so far avoided spoiling anything for us.
Yes, that's
Um,
been really nice.
mm. Also, is your mic? Your mic's quite far from your face.
I quite like it far from my face.
Yeah, but they can't hear you, man.
That might be a good thing.
They cannot hear you. And we're at a point where we're just about to put the 4 flasks
Oh,
in the
yes.
altar, I think.
Yes.
Loading. Hopefully, folks have had a good Saturday. I think Saturday's been okay here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been nice.
Although now I'm knee deep in book sorting, which always feels like a good idea, and then you realise that books are heavy and well, both physically heavy and emotionally heavy things. And when you're thinking about, can I get rid of this book?
That's very deep.
It is, yeah, it is quite deep. Yeah. We'll be lurking about. Okay, Beck, good to see you. Good evening. Um, is he smoking a cigar? Is he? He's looking at his hand. Oh, my hand.
It
Right.
looks like he's high, doesn't he, with that kind of, let me just stare at my
He's,
fingers.
yeah, my fingers, the streaks. Anyway, time to put the flasks in place. So, torso flask. Oh, each one has the house symbol on top. Oh no, we're
Oh, I don't like it.
What was that?
seeing Rose's perspective, like psychically. That's a bit disturbing.
Ugh.
Heisenberg became one of my favorite RE characters. Really? Wow. Well, it is high praise. Head flask.
Oh,
Okay,
it's not
lower the
happened
psychic.
again.
No.
That wasn't very nice.
Arms flask. Und. Legs flask. With what is absolutely the umbrella symbol in the middle as well. Giant's chat. Oh, come on. No way we can pick that up.
What?
No.
Find Heisenberg.
Okay.
I guess follow
Yeah.
that's follow the torchlit path.
Just my earphone there. Okay. So we
So
have.
is Heisenberg the favoured character because of what's coming up now then?
That's a good question.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're about to see something truly remarkable.
Is it going to freak me
Oh,
out?
we can do the winch down here now
Oh yes.
with our crank. Crank that thing. That fang. How is that helpful, I wonder?
Or maybe it's just the opening up the new
Yeah,
path. Heisenberg's so cool and intimidating.
interesting.
That does sound ominous.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, I was watching Beck streaming a couple of days ago, and when he knocked his microphone in his hand, he said it was an ultimate faux pas, and it's something I keep on doing. Just going, forgetting it's there. Apparently it's I suppose not least because if you're listening to it on headphones, it'll be sort of whack. So when you've got an itchy cheek, it's hard not to want to.
I think it's probably one of those things that when you become aware of it.
Yeah. It's down here.
Hello, Homo sapiens. Interesting.
Oh, hello. Good evening, Snake. Interesting. Now, before we go down there, can we just see what if we can lower that crank bridge up out here? 'Cause I'm just curious. Yeah, 'cause I don't want to get into like a boss fight or something.
Not without lowering the crank bridge.
Well, exactly. Yeah, down like. But the crank.
Excited for the end of game toilet reviews. You'd have to put that in your profile, you know.
Exactly,
Keen
toilet
Toilet
reviewer.
Explorer.
Yeah, digital. Yes, exactly. Oh, and visit your digital outhouse. Oh, yeah. So that's the exit from Castle Dimitrescu. So we're just linking up the map now. Okay, right, well, down we go. On down we go. Let's see what happens. And I think we're going to have to light those guys up there. By nudging this. If we can we nudge it?
Okay, this is interesting. Let me read this too. I read your post about Resident Evil 8 being in a non-specified location. My best guess is it's set in Romania or somewhere close, but I do agree with the accents.
Yeah, no, I think it is meant to be Romania-ish, or thereabouts.
What did you say about the accents?
Well, just it's a little bit off-putting because the not only the accents but also the American English is, well, it's very Americanized. And even Lady Dimitrescu, actually, she's not British. She's actually she's got an American accent actually.
Well, she's supposed to be British.
No, well, no, she's meant to be local to this area, but sort of posh-ish. You know? And so, I don't know. I mean, I know people make the argument sometimes that Americans don't understand, accents.
That's what subtitles are for.
Sorry?
That's what subtitles are for.
Well, it is what subtitles are for. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So it just strikes me as interesting.
And I would have thought as well, if it's not understood by America, exposure would make that better, not...
But exposure is inconvenient. It's also seen as a bit of a risk in entertainment as well. So, like, even within the village, I noticed very early on that residents in the village basically were American in their accents, and it just makes the whole thing feel a little bit suppose, little less provincial
Mm.
despite the setting, or a little less, I guess, like Ethan's a fish out of water.
Do you maybe think it might be explained because the Umbrella Corporation have been doing...
Ah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, register for you. The thing is, I suppose it registers for me because I'm hoping for and expecting the medium time, and expecting to feel as though I'm in, as it were, in the back of Beyond. But there, that is interesting. Maybe it's something that just registers for English speakers, and if they're thinking about it, maybe one of the problems is I'm just thinking too much.
Well, I think it may be explained by the interference of the Umbrella Corporation that potentially the
But the whole village.
well, yeah, I mean you don't. I mean the whole village is designed as a maze, isn't it, to get into this?
Okay, yeah.
So depending upon the level of involvement they've had, potentially, I mean, not the most plausible idea I've ever had, but you know.
No, but I think it's reasonable. Do we have to set this guy on fire and then get him to walk into the land, and that's it?
I don't know.
So he's
Yes.
the light, and then...
Get him to come this way.
Come on.
Here,
No,
zombie,
don't
zombie,
stumble. Come on,
zombie.
this way. Yeah, boy.
Zombie, zombie, zombie. Come on, boy.
He's hot for me. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, why? Why did I say that? Come on, come on.
Because everybody needs love, even the undead.
Indeed. Yes!
Ooh, well done, you. Now kill that fiery fiend.
Undead so-and-so. Oh. Golden lady statue.
Oh, that's quite cool.
Yeah.
Why are there so many weird flowers?
Yeah, weird flowers, golden lady
Oh,
statue.
oh, what is it? Magnum.
Magnum.
Why is that on the desk?
Well, if you're making an offer.
I'm just going to leave my Magnum arrow around.
Yeah, in a situation where you have to get a zombie, you have to light a zombie on fire to get at it.
Oh, I don't think we need to ruin the game with plausibility, do we?
No, you're right. So, sorry, accent, plausibility. What am I doing?
Let's go back to the collection of pixels is very pleasing to the eye.
Exactly. Also, as well, there's the whole mine and yours thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Was that it? Is that just like a treasure? It's on the map.
It was all blue, wasn't it?
Yeah. And see, that's Heisenberg up there.
Well, just keep looking.
Yeah.
That's a fun puzzle. Do you mean the zombie on fire puzzle, Smig?
So it's completed, all done, yeah.
Yup. Yeah, that is quite a nice. Yeah, I think that is a nice puzzle too. Je conquer.
Well, initially I was thinking I need a piece of wood or something, but no, you just need to set.
You just need
of the
the
guys up
undead.
Indeed, excellent firelighters.
Maybe we've been using the wrong tools forever. Do you know what I mean? Who needs lighters or matches when there's the, you know?
Did we do the well back here? I think we have. Let's just double check it. Because also as well the map was still red. Maybe that was it. Maybe it was just scrapped. No, we haven't done the well. Well, we'll.
Go down there.
Funny, you do get to a point in these games where you're just like, yes, down down the hole.
Well, I'm just like, if it's yellow, that means use it.
Yep. If it's yellow, go there, fellow.
That was not one of your best, I'm
Use
afraid.
it. No, no. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, is it a get the interesting?
Oh, do you need to pull,
Is it a?
pushy pull type thing?
Will you go back to the entrance again so we can kind of have a look at the whole puzzle? Oh, there's a thing up there as well.
Yeah. Can we climb through? No.
What about going that way? So can you go onto that one, and then can you
Yeah.
climb up on that one? Left. What's that?
Pipe bomb.
It's handily.
Naturally.
There you go.
Okay. So, and what do we think the goal is here?
Can you just... So, do you think we're making a pathway so we can go over there? Just press them all on.
But why, sir? Why, when you design the equipment for the mine, do the platforms have to have spikes underneath them? Don't ask questions, Jenkins.
Is it only those 5 you can touch?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So we can nudge this. Forwards. Can we push it backwards?
No, can you climb up on that?
Well, I'm wondering whether this gives us access to
Oh,
it.
yes.
Okay, so now can we now go?
Well
There we go.
done.
I did the book learning. Ooh, pigeon blood ruby. Oh, we're back in the... Where's the torture chamber thing you were on?
Do you think that was just a...
I don't want to walk underneath. I don't trust it.
Just run.
Okay. Run. Although it's still red over there. Ooh. It's fine.
Why don't you try going back to the arrangement? Can you get back to the...
No. Panel.
No, okay. Well, maybe this leads you somewhere.
This is how we came in. This is the well.
Well, how does that work?
No. I mean, I guess we got a blood pigeon blood ruby out of it.
Maybe you just missed something along the way.
Yeah.
Maybe a different arrangement would have taken you to a slightly different place, but that's fine.
Maybe we're meant to pick up a pipe bomb or something. Another pipe bomb. Okay. Interesting. Where are you sending us, Heisenberg?
Do you not have to go back into the castle?
I don't know. I don't. Thing is, we just happened to have lowered that drawbridge and just happened to have come to the boats. I guess the pathway was leading us across the bridge in the canyon.
Oh yes, because you've just gone off piste, haven't you?
Yeah, it's gone off.
But that was cool. We've got some extra stuff,
Yeah.
which is nice, isn't it?
Yes. If I keep on going off piste, we'll never complete the game.
No, I didn't say that.
No, I'm just considering the flow of play.
Mm.
Right, up here.
Right, come on, main plot line.
Yep. There we go.
What's going on?
Good question.
Exactly. Good question. That's what we're meant to be thinking about. It's not. Oh, my daughter. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Let's go and find a bit blood, pigeon blood ruby. So something out of Lord of the Rings, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, do you remember Jason and the Argonauts?
Oh. Now that looks to me like a factory.
Is this? So
yeah.
what have you heard about the factory then?
Well, I just heard that there is a factory, but also in the notes yesterday, there's Chris mentioned in the field operative notes that
Oh yes.
that some of the operatives have gone to a factory. Do we put the chalice, or whatever it's called?
The Giant's Chalice.
Yeah. They were just loose ends that we were doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
so
okay.
stop reading and look. Oh my goodness.
I really wish we lived in a world where that sort of engineering was possible.
It is possible.
To raise up stone pillars like that.
I don't see why not.
I mean, well, okay,
It's just pointless.
yeah, well, yeah, that's good. Right.
And a waste of money. But yeah, I would imagine that's possible.
Like in in medieval times.
No.
No.
But you didn't say that.
No, but that's what I'm implying. Like where it's possible that you could have like a medieval bridge that did that. But I suppose you're saying it is possible with modern engineering. You just have to have a very particular reason to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did you know that they're putting a floor in to the Colosseum in Rome? They're going to put in a sort of quasi replace the floor of the Colosseum.
To be honest, I didn't really know that the Colosseum didn't have a functional floor.
Yeah, well, it was a wooden floor, and
Don't worry about the kid, Ethan.
Oh.
It'll be fine. Ha! Just get your ass across the bridge.
Get your ass to Mars. Which way? This way.
The way that there is a way.
Yeah. Yeah, wooden floor. And the thing is, there are classical descriptions of reconstructions of naval battles happening within the Colosseum, and it's always made people wonder how could they flood the place when it's a wooden floor on top of a whole series of structures that housed, mechanisms and gladiators and this kind of thing. I don't know. The Italian government sort of. Oh,
Ethan Winters. Welcome.
welcome.
I didn't think you'd make it past Daughter Moreau, but I suppose you survived worse back in America, hmm?
Yeah.
I like you. I'd like to speak to you about Rose and Miranda. Oh, come on in. Don't worry. It's not a trap.
I don't think you can
What are you
trust
planning?
him.
I don't think we can either. It's a very strange little offshoot, isn't it?
I think it's like very odd as well because this sort of is industrial, whereas the rest has been kind of
But then again,
parochial.
the rest, well, it has been, but also the rest is, they've had cars and recycle bins and this kind of thing. I guess we are still in the modern world, so
Yeah.
it's entirely possible that this valley has a factory in it.
And a water tower.
And some ruined tanks, but look at it.
Oh, that's such a... Oh my goodness, it's just so weird.
Yeah. Maybe he's been collecting this stuff from across the region.
Mm.
Or maybe this was a place where they made tanks? I don't know.
Wouldn't have thought that was right.
Just a sec. There we go. In we go. Don't worry, it's not a trap.
We've been expecting you.
Mr. Anderson. Speaking of which, are you looking forward to the Matrix 4?
Overall, yes.
Okay.
But I also don't have the highest of expectations.
Do you not think that they'll have learned from their weird mashup of classical storytelling and slightly pretentious?
No. I think, you know how I felt about Dark Fate when that was coming out?
Yeah.
And it's like, I really want it to be something amazing, but I fully expect.
To be fair, and hopefully you don't mind me saying this, but when it came out, you were convinced it was going to be amazing.
I know. Well, I was high hopes.
Yeah, you had very high hopes.
And I think I probably have high hopes for The Matrix too. Smig has said the factory might have been the main employment place for the village. That's highly plausible.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
What the hell?
Indeed.
Mia?
I think she's still alive.
Let me guess. You're thinking, take me out like the others, and then he gets to go and save Rose, right?
I'm healing my daughter.
Look, you got this all wrong. It's a mental. Shut your fucking hole! Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Take a seat.
Next to the hole? I don't think so.
He's
Listen,
gonna
Ethan, you're being
he's
played.
gonna truth you.
What are you talking about?
And then he's going to kick you
You
down
think
the
this
hole.
is a game?
Yep, I think it is a game.
I said sit!
Yeah.
Lady, supersized bitch. Ugly ass psycho doll. An emeronic freak. Don't you get it? It's a test. To see if you're strong enough to be a part of Miranda's family.
I don't want to be a part of Miranda's family.
Neither did I, but here we are. And I'm next in line, right? Kill me, move up the chain. Well, fuck that!
I don't give a damn about your personal issues. I just want to fix my daughter.
So do I. Do you have any idea how powerful that kid is? Even Miranda's scared of her. Last time, you freak, I swear to God!
What is down there?
I don't know.
Do you think it's a fish that just wants to be loved?
You and me, Ethan. Together, we can go save Rose, and we can use her to grind Miranda into peace.
Who is Miranda?
My daughter is not a weapon.
The
Fuck you!
No, I know, but like, why should you know? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Last chance.
So he's gonna drop it down the hole.
You don't want to find out what's in that hole.
I'll take my chances.
Really?
You're futile.
Great. Great.
What's down the hole?
Get out of me here, Magneto. You're in the wrong game, says Smidge. Oh dear.
What is it? Oh,
Something with a propeller on its arm?
like a cyborg.
Like General Grievous.
Shit!
Well, he's not going to stealth upon you, is
Ah!
he? Oh
Ah!
dear. Well, start
Ah!
shooting!
Ah! Ah! horrible.
So, what have we learned? Review.
Well, you know.
Don't go down a dead end corridor and stand waiting to be sliced and diced by the crazy
That makes
machine.
sense.
Not that corridor. Get.
Okay, up here, yes. Yeah, okay, I see. I understand now. Let me crouch, crouch. The heck is that thing? That's supposed to matter.
I think it's like the Borg on a bad day.
Yeah. Bad day ball. Whew.
Now, you'd
What
think
was that thing?
there'd be some scrap metal there, wouldn't you?
Oh, you mean that you'd go...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh, we just found some rusted scrap, Ruth. Just
What?
there.
Well,
in this massive pile of rusted scrap.
there's a bit more. Oh,
Well,
that's
that's gunpowder.
gunpowder.
Well, I
That
mean, you know,
doesn't
that-
seem like a sensible thing to leave lying around, though, either, doesn't it? No, you've got to go back to the yellow, look. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow
So
the yellow brick road.
Up here and then up here. No. Can we shoot that?
No, I think follow it down. And then round to the left. And see where it goes along. No.
No, that's where we landed, you see.
Ah, so yeah, then it must be the other way, mustn't it? Sorry, I was a little disoriented.
Yeah. So yellow and then... Can we not climb up here? There we go.
Oh, there's a ladder, a yellow ladder.
To the yellow ladder. I mean, I am intrigued. I remain intrigued, but ugh. Oh no!
There's some things.
Oh, they are Borg.
Do you think that's what Heisenberg's done then? He's like
Organise these
melded the living dead to like mechanical things.
Yeah, he's like, guys, have you ever heard of Star Trek Next Generation? I've had this amazing idea.
Mm.
It's funny, isn't it, how in a computer game you'll almost go anywhere if it says open.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, this must be the right way.
Well, in that sense, they are designed to take you through like a linear
Yeah,
path, aren't they?
yeah. Yeah, and if they weren't, if it was truly just random, then you'd get pretty frustrated.
This place is messed up.
Wow.
Okay.
It looks like a
Upstairs.
scene out of Blade Runner or something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I presume
Oh
those
my
are-
goodness. People.
Blimey.
Well, people shapes. Presumably we're going to have to deal with Propeller Face again, aren't we? Oh!
Oh,
Buy
hello,
some
you.
stuff!
Hello, mister.
As you wish.
It's a Princess Bride.
Please do
Easter
take
egg.
a look at my new stock.
So sell the stuff first.
Yeah.
Have you not got some more crystal things?
Oh,
No,
you've
we
brought
sold
in
more yesterday.
something special.
We have 74,000 to spend.
Pay me no mind.
I would say shotgun first, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Power.
This simple modification can be done in just a moment.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I do not give discounts.
Okay. Car supplies. 50,000 for the next suitcase. Ooh. That's a new gun. I haven't even seen these new guns. SVG-12 shotgun.
Well, no, this is because every time you see him again, he seems to have a
I'm skilled
upgraded
at all sorts of
catalogue,
weapons
doesn't he?
modifications, and will do them for a small fee.
No, we haven't got any additional foodstuffs. Okay.
Thank you for your patronage.
Is it worth saving as well? Has he got a little typewriter?
Yeah. Oh, okay. You, sir, really do get everywhere, though. It's good I get you on here. Default materials. Storage, manufacturing, disposal, electrical, garage, entrance.
Smig says, I think the Duke is directing you to get the Lord's treasures for him. He's the one that started by telling you that Lady D probably had Rose and so on.
Yeah. Yeah, even though anyone who knows anything around here knows that she was turned into a crystal and 4 pieces. It's easy to break.
Oh. Oh, you have to break their headsets. Oh, that's interesting.
There's a wait a couple bullets there. So maybe the Duke is the person who actually,
Is the big bad?
well, or actually belongs in the castle. So maybe it was taken from him, perhaps.
Interesting.
You know, now he's just an emotional eater. I just made the castle. Oh.
Oh, that was a good shot. What was that? Just some dollar?
Lay. Fa la lee. Quite a serious industrial workshop that took place with weird bed things and an X-ray viewing.
Oh, that's the...
Completely normal.
No, but that's what they've... Surely that's what he's done to them
Yeah.
to give them the headsets.
Cam fluid. Use a crank in there.
No, there was something on the other wall that was the red... What's in there? Ah, okay.
A casting machine. Can't use it without a mold. It's an interesting idea. Inside. Back. knife on that? Oh, he's lockpick maybe. Do I think the Duke is directing it? Yes. Yeah. It's one of those things that we get a sense of. We get to think of the whole story, I suppose. Power. Oh, I don't like the look of that.
It looks like ash.
Yeah. Some ammo. Some chem fluid. Pulls out our gun. Sticks around. He's got a torch that he can point at the floor at random times, but you can't just... Oh! Was he trying to make maybe miners? People to sort of endlessly
Did
work
he
as
do this
slaves?
too?
Oh my god. Put him out of his misery. Ooh.
Ah, relief mold.
You're gonna totally have to fight him.
Shit. You, sir, can leave me alone.
Just running away from him.
Yeah.
Do you not want to kill him and get like a crystal thing that can then get you like a cool thing?
I don't know, is he following me?
Yeah.
There he is, yeah.
Aim for the red.
Oh, yeah. Ay.
Aim for his mechanical heart. It looks like a crystal actually, doesn't
That
it?
surprised me anymore.
Oh, well done.
Ugh. Hey, mechanical heart.
There you go. Go sell it to the Duke.
Still. Oh, well, now there was something. Did we miss something?
Don't know.
Well, it's just that through the window. Or is this window... Oh, this must be connected towards through there. Okay.
Blood!
Yeah. Some mold. Leaf mold. Comes some hot metal. Ah, okay. It's a horse.
Seems useful.
You go put it in there.
No.
Oh, does that probably
No,
mean...
no, I just picked the wrong thing. It's an interesting locking mechanism where you leave this very handy, literally mold-making solution. Ah! That was not funny, mister!
It was funny. That was good. That amused me a lot. Well done. How's your adrenaline levels?
It's, I think there's a slight spike there. Magnum ammo.
I think this is telling you to use the Magnum.
Definitely reload the magnum.
That's a horse. Interesting.
Oh, we're gonna need some key we haven't got yet. It's gonna be down here. Okay, he's spinning. Is he gonna be the spinning man again?
No.
Herb. This definitely feels like the end of a Terminator movie, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Ow! Oh, I wasn't thinking!
Don't get hit by a massive metal arm.
Yeah. The timing of that's quite intimidating.
You did very, very well. Yeah, I would guess. Oh! How do you think they get hit by it?
I can only hope so.
Yes!
Ah! The convention isn't for another month, guys. Meow the dog.
Maybe snipe?
Get their attention, maybe I can just get them to be rushed. Come on. Oh, there we go. Come on. Come on, guys. There we go.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't like this bit.
No. Don't like either. It's also a really unnecessarily dangerous gantry, isn't it? You know, whoever designed this had no sense of health and safety.
Yep. It would be shut down.
Yeah. Really would be. Ah! Ah! Ouch. Okay. Slide, of course.
Is there something down there? Ooh,
Oh.
aliens. Oh, definitely hit that. Pipe bomb it.
Maybe one of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mechanical part. Intriguing. Backup generator. Missing a cog.
Is that the mechanical part you've just picked up potentially? Doesn't seem to have gone in there, does it?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
They're healthy.
we. A junk piece of steel looks like something could be attached to it. Valuable combinable. Okay. So it's a treasure item at this stage. me a bit jumpy.
Yeah.
I wonder what they manufactured here.
Cyborg zombies.
Yeah. Because it's the only problem.
Oh, do you have to go back to the
make
mold
cog.
room?
Right. Okay. Let's back through here. Oh, and then back down the.
No, you've not been that way, look.
Oh, okay.
Does black mean you've not been there? Or does it just mean it's on a different
Things on a
level?
different level. Yeah, I've got to go back this way.
Oh, she.
Ah, Jewusha.
I beg your pardon?
Jewusha.
I was like, what is this that you have just said?
Indeed, which group of people are you trying to offend? Okay. And then from here. Oh no, actually no. We can't go back because we jumped down from up there.
Oh, that's annoying.
Oh, that is annoying. Well, I guess I'm just going to get really good at doing this. Oh, actually, can we...
Oh, can you kick, like... Oh!
Oh! Fucking gherkin.
No, but obviously some of them you have to hit 5. Oh, it's still worth it. No, you actually... Well, you were decent for a little while.
Yeah, briefly. Briefly decent. Thank you for my profiles.
That was pretty good actually, Mark.
Like that.
Yeah, eventually. No, you've just suddenly made this very much safer.
Exactly, that's what I'm doing. I'm making things safer. I think that was worth it.
Hells yeah. Plus, I think there was something amazingly satisfying about watching them all, like, come to a halt.
Oh. Crap. Crap biscuits. I know it'll be the cog. Leave me alone.
Again.
So how do we get through here?
I think you've got to go back to the... Can you not shoot the red bit?
No.
I think you've got to go back and get the cog mould.
Well, I mean, that's sense we've got the mold. We
So
need
you've
to
got to go back to
the...
the mould room.
Yeah.
So just go back up the stairs. But this doesn't lead anywhere.
Well, but this is the only way back. I suppose that's the problem. Back to that room with the they can pour the molten metal. So how do we get back to the thing?
I think that you go up those other stairs that you were at before and follow it round.
Which other stairs? Well, back
So
here.
there'll be a like a door that you open that was locked from the other way. Do you know what I mean? Can you crouch there?
Yep.
Have we been here?
Yeah, this is where we got the mold piece from here. Fully grown male corpse used. Soldat. Mechanical soldier. Removed heart, implanted Cadu. Muscle stimulation via electric shock was successful. Brain dead, not so high cognitive ability, only moves by destructive instinct then stops. Attached headgear to cranium, electrodes confirm stable brain waves. Experiment 1, Lichen Fight, was dismantled and eaten within 3 minutes. Issues with destructive and modus capabilities. Version 1.10, replaced lower part of limb with drill, not enough output for effective movement. Need live bodies perhaps. Version 1.15, implanted Cadu reactor into the chest, output greatly increased. Experiment 2, Lichen Fight, destroyed 3 lichens in 1 minute. Good results, but issues with reactor durability. May stop function if reactor is destroyed. Well, we figured that out now already.
Oh, does that help?
Lower levels view map.
I think you have to just keep going back the way you have been, because you can't go through that other place, can you?
Not through here. No.
But you can't go through the place with all the whatchamacallits either.
Nope.
So you must just keep...
Mine. So we arrive here, we come in here, we get the mold. We go here, we unlock this door from the other side, we find ourselves back here, where there's the corridor of dead things. That's the room that was being teased, that we've just been in.
So go back down the corridor of dead things?
Yeah, so that's this room. Yeah. Well, that's going back around in a circle. So if we go down here, rest of the go down here. Oh, there's a door here. Ah, there we go. There we go. Cog mold. Very handy.
Could use this.
Yeah. Now through here.
And then put it on the cog thing. And then you'll be able to get through that.
Yep.
It sounds extraordinarily ominous.
Oh, Ethan. Such a disappointment. I thought we could join forces against that bitch Miranda. Truly, truly disappointing. Oh God, to be her children. She locked us away in the village. Sick of being forced to serve her. Can you understand that humiliation? I'm not like my siblings. I want nothing more than to be free of that bitch. So I need power. I need enough power to destroy her.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
These are the fruits of my power. The strong will destroy the weak. That's the way of the world. You should have never refused me, Ethan.
What a freak.
What's that?
Dunno. Fusion generator. But it's red, so kill it. Have you tried hitting it?
Oh, hell.
They're arming you significantly. Chem. You can take a chem fluid thing.
Yeah.
Do you think it's worth trying to shoot at that?
No. Ah! Can you not?
That was good. And then if you go into the little, no, go to the right. I think you shoot those.
Whew, okay. So hard to see them.
Possibly the point, isn't it?
Possibly, yeah. Ah! Oh, rats. Whoa. Oh no! Okay, we're past it. Oh, come on! Shit.
Use the knife and
Yeah.
stop freaking out.
Yeah, I'm not freaking out. I am freaking out a little bit. Always go drill.
He's,
arms.
yeah, just run round again. He's a bit thick. There you go. Crouchy, crouchy.
Through the door. Push the button.
He might not come through. Oh, what are the... Will you have a look up and see what the things look like? Oh, interesting.
Real times. Where did he end up?
Go across.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think you're knocking out the fusion generators to kill it.
Okay.
Because that's what it said in that thing, didn't it? That it will possibly die. So I don't know that you can kill it. There's up top, above it. Did you see the thing on the wall?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
That's what I think you're going for.
Oh. Come on, come on.
Ah, you again?
Yeah. I have a feeling.
I have a feeling. Ooh.
Examine. Yeah. Just run. Wow. Okay, that was a bit tense. Oh, hello.
Welcome, welcome. You're sure to find something new. If it's just looking, window shop away.
So.
This should be enough. Please do take a look at my new stock.
New suitcase. Yep.
Thank you for your patronage.
Very welcome. That was quite cool though. You sort of bring him up to your level on with the elevator.
Yeah.
In that instance, he's not having to move at all. He's just
Got a long way to go.
got a very long way. I mean, this is stupendous in scale. This is yeah, it's a massive cave. That,
Yeah. It's actually really good, isn't it?
it's definitely it's another a change in pace, a change in style. We're worlds away from Castle Dimitrescu.
Miranda thinks we're nothing but children. She doesn't care for us. No. She's long lost all her humanity. I must destroy her.
What the heck?
I don't give a shit about your family drama.
Oh, he's a miner.
Oh, they are mine. Okay. Yeah, so he really was just making workers. Alright. Nice and actual dirty air vents.
Oh wow.
Too often in games, the air vents aren't dirty. Like the air vent in room, was it 1304?
Well, I was thinking Mission Impossible.
Well, yeah, it's way too clean.
That was at Langley though.
Yeah.
Maybe they just keep their air vents really clean in Langley.
Oh my!
Another one?
Come off it, guys! This is ridiculous.
At least it's got an aiming point. There's two of them.
Yeah.
Mines.
Ouch! Just back off, man.
Oh, well done.
There's only one down there.
I was feeling a bit tense there.
Yeah. Like Iron Man, but zombie.
Oh yeah.
Space Marine or something. Ah, no, this way. Come out to Romania, we'll have a few laughs. Ah! Yeah, yeah, back.
I definitely think it was a good idea buying the recipes, wasn't it?
Yeah. Ah!
Oh my goodness! That was actually pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. This monster is insane! Insane in the brain!
Insane in the membrane.
Okay, Magnum.
Hey,
There we
that gun is just
It is.
special.
It's business. Business made manifest. Here's the business. Oh, hello.
Are you going to fire at them?
Oh.
But
No,
actually
I'm
hit
gonna,
it.
yeah, exactly that. No, I'm gonna miss. I'll fire just next to them. The last thing they'd be expecting.
Use your sniper on them to save the Magnum.
That looks dangerous, doesn't it?
Looked like it was going to catch fire actually for a second there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
Okay, so it's been about an hour and a half so far.
No, I'm keeping half an eye on the time anyway.
What is this place? What does it do?
I feel like you're never going to know the answer to that question. I feel like a little bit of this might
Entry map of the levels.
just be that they've made some cool looking sheets.
Oh, save the Magnum. Oh, yes. Oh, right. Sorry, I think you meant use the sniper on the machine. Yes. Does Mrs. Soup like Resident Evil computer games? Mrs. Soup does not. No, she's not a fan of of Resident Evil, or really horror, really.
No, she didn't like anything scary, really, does she?
No, and who can blame her? You know, she likes an awful lot of other things.
I blame her. It's a shame to miss out on a lot of cool stuff, basically.
Attach the jetpack and head stabilizers to a soldat. Greatly improves mobility. Experiments prove limited flight capabilities, no long distance flight, but now possible to navigate rugged terrain. Soldat enhancement. Soldat Panzer. Attach aluminium alloy shielding to a soldat to protect chest reactor and exposed flesh. Experimentation proves he is invincible against regular firearms. Armor doesn't hold up against strong blasts. Further development needed. Oh, thanks for the warning.
So what did it say you needed to do instead?
Strong blasts.
What does that mean?
Maybe the grenade launcher.
Okay. Or Magnum.
Oh, blimey. Oh no.
Oh my god, that was actually amazing.
Thankfully, they highlight their weak points with big red light.
I know.
Shit, that was close.
That was close.
Oh my god, I really enjoyed that.
Let's just see what's back. Ah, this is what was up at the top of the thing. The big weird room. What does this do? What is it for? But yes, hence our good friend Ruth is playing the game with me.
Well,
Um,
watching over your shoulder.
oh, that's quite steamy. How do we proceed?
Can you go in?
Pipe.
And then
the ladder,
climb
okay.
up.
Thankfully, nothing's going to knock me down into the hole. I say, if I could, I would sit Ethan down and say, "Do you know where you're going?"
Yeah,
what you're
what's your
doing.
aim in life,
Yeah,
Ethan?
exactly.
Like, your daughter's been chopped up into 4 pieces and put in jars.
Yeah.
She's probably dead. Maybe it's time to get therapy and move on.
Exactly.
Soon, she'll start her ceremony with your rose. If that happens, it's all over. For your kid. And for the whole village. But don't worry. I'll stop it. I'll use Rose to kill Miranda. Poor Papa. You're the only one who doesn't see your kid's power.
I don't know. Well, in that sense, yeah, we haven't given him.
Take Rose?
Oh,
given
that's
any-
the key.
I'd like to
The
see you
horse
try.
key.
Oh, I see. Yes.
There's more?
There is. This goes on forever.
Forever and ever.
Play with us, Daddy. Aha, horse door. So now we need to make the. How do we get to the room with the thing?
That just takes you back to the Duke, doesn't it, this one?
Yeah.
Oh no. That's different than it was last time.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No, your mate's dead. Yeah. There he is.
Okay, I think I'm back.
So now if we go down to basement 4. Hello, Duke.
No, I like the fact his hair goes in the wind. Did you notice that?
Mm.
It's quite clever.
Oh, he's got a hat stand.
Next to his hanging meat.
Yeah, hanging meats. The whole job. Really has got everything.
It's dark.
It's dark. Is this the right? This is the right.
I think so.
Oh, come on, Bex. Oh, thank you. Shite.
I think people are waiting for you to be like, oh no! You don't want to let your fans down, Mark.
No, indeed.
Oh, that was quite nice. Did you see that? Like the effect of the shotgun in the pipe next to you.
Yeah.
That was clever. That
Can't
makes
make that
that makes me happy. I do love that. He's just like drill hand.
Yeah. Back up. Is this the right?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Can't remember. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, hang on. No, yeah. I'm just running around with a mine in my hand.
I know. I was wondering why you were doing that.
Oh,
Is it because
now
you're
we're back here,
undermining the game?
apparently.
I thought I would at least get a giggle out of that.
Manufacturing. Here, oh, come on. Opening room, operating room, foundry. It's the foundry, isn't it? Yes, the casting machine. And that is on MB4.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I haven't been following the map enough.
B3, B4, B1. How do we get to MB4? It's below B3. So it's back. Oh, crap. It's back down here. Trying to avoid the spiky hand guys. There he is. There's one. Get away. Oh. That didn't really work.
I'm feeling a bit stressed by watching this now.
Right, there you go. Yeah, okay, so we're on the... Is that the right level? No, that's B3. Get to where we're going. Oh, rats. Oh, hello. Oh, shotgun shells. Very nice.
There's no light anywhere.
No.
It's creepy.
Oh! Yeah, there we go. This is the right room, though. There we go. Key mold.
Just take
Looking
a
for the
moment.
keymaster.
We just need to take a moment to let the adrenaline levels Can you remember where the horse key was? Where the horse door?
It is
We came to it very quickly, didn't it?
there.
Oh, is it the Heisenberg key? Okay.
So if we
Oh,
go...
we're going to Heisenberg's quarters.
Up here.
Why is he a horse?
Mine.
It's a console.
It's
It's
a what's
a
it?
PS4, isn't it?
Oh yeah, this is PS4. Yeah. Okay. Oh no!
Have you just jumped?
Just jumped down the. Ah. Okay.
Well, that was a little bit silly.
That was very silly. Sorry.
Don't need to apologise.
Well, I think I'm apologising partly to myself, really.
Oh, that's so annoying, isn't it? It'll
Yeah.
go all the way round.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was a door, wasn't there? That we opened at the end here that just meant you went straight through.
Oh yes. Yeah. Let's along this corridor. There we go.
Yeah, so we're not too far off.
Right, now we're back in the room again.
Yeah, but this is where you need to go. You need to kill those fuckers.
Yeah.
And not jump down.
Use this. Oh, come on. Okie dokie. Mechanical part shaft.
Oh, try and join it to your other one.
Shaft.
I thought you were singing Flash. Ah. What is your favourite Resident Evil, Mark?
My favourite Resident Evil? Well, it's got to be Resident Evil 2.
Which one's that one?
It's the second one.
Oh, you're so helpful.
No, it was the one, police station, Raccoon City,
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Leon Kennedy.
I think mine's the one in the mansion,
Number 1.
but the remastered version.
Oh yes, the RE make. Yeah.
Mm.
So now we have, what is that thing? Is that now a key?
What are we looking at?
Or is it just another treasure item?
It's just a treasure.
Oh, Heisenberg's hammer. Okay. There is another Heisenberg tool. And to get to it, which way do we go? Let's go this way. But yes, the first time I played Resident Evil 2 was on the N64. And it made a very big impression. Very much enjoyed it.
TC777 says the first game on the PS1 with the tank controls was a nightmare just to move.
Well, yes. Oh. Not yow. It was, but also at the same time, the tank controls were designed to keep you moving forwards no matter the camera perspective. So actually, I certainly learned this on the N64 RE2, was that actually if you kept that in mind, they would actually help you. So no matter when the camera angle suddenly shifted, you're still running forwards. It was useful for when you're, say, running away from monsters and things. Push up, and you're always moving forwards. Oh, come off it! Can I get past it? Why did I do that?
Medical log. Revitalization surgery. This is my... The subject is Oscar Estate, 20 years old. He fell down the well while drunk.
Fell down the well when drunk.
Yeah, well, drunk. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is the guy who was in here.
Yeah.
Oh. You're gonna have to... Ah!
You
Yeah,
are
that's,
dead. Oh, you're not?
Not quite. Can we get past these
chem?
guys? We can just about get past them.
Oh my god, chem fluid.
Yeah.
I literally don't know how you just did that.
I don't know how I just did that. I'm not complaining though. Up here?
They remind me of Terminators a bit as well, I think.
No, it's not the right way. I've wasted some time there.
You're heading for this Heisenberg.
Trying to get back to one of the elevators so we can get to the second Heisenberg door. All the noises are not very welcome.
Just a runaway machine.
Well, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Run away! Oh no, that's just a dead end.
Mine?
Oh, we don't have any mines left. Pipe bomb.
Pipe bomb? Oh god, you backed into a total corner here.
Yeah.
Oh, at least he's got a heart to kill.
Get off me! Right. Reload. Might let me reload.
It's because you got nowhere. You need to craft
Yeah.
some. Oh, here we go.
Okay. I think
We'll end it there.
we're okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's been a good live stream, guys. Thank you. Right, Heisenberg door. Where art thou? Let's have a look.
You've survived the horror. Well, that's possibly giving more credit than we need at the minute. Notorious Niall.
Well, I'm not above just running away.
Well, evidently. To be fair, I think that's a completely valid survival, tactic.
Where is that other door? Is that you? It's a weird noise, like Luke. It's the merchant. Forget to
Do you want to sell him some stuff and see if you can soup up some of these weapons while you're here? Because you've picked up quite a lot of crystal hearts and stuff, haven't you?
This is true. Oh, I think because the floor's moving, I can't sell it. Oh, there we are.
If it's just looking, Window shop away.
What about that? Have you sold the hammer?
Heisenberg's hammer. Oh, and he's got nothing to say about it. It's a bit annoying.
I'm skilled at all sorts of weapons modifications, and will do them for a small fee.
Ah, so we can buy a pump action shotgun commonly used for hunt. No, that's the first gun we had. First shotgun we had.
Yeah, but then you could put the bloody raccoon thing on it,
That's true.
and maybe that would
But
be the
that's-
lucky
that is
charm that we all
73,000.
need. Yeah, don't get that. Soup up the weapons you've got.
Improved grip
What?
for handgun. Gun stock for handgun. Gun stock for shotgun.
Reduces recoil. That sounds good.
Red dot sights for shotgun.
Ooh, get that.
Looking forward to testing it out?
High mag
Yes.
scope for the sniper rifle. No, actually, I don't want it to be a hindrance. Oh, yeah, let's give that a go.
Thank you for
Do you
your
not want to see if
patronage.
there's any? Can you not just power it up? You know, like in the normal. Have you not got the right gun?
Ah,
That's so annoying, isn't it?
that is annoying.
Yes,
That's very annoying.
Pay me no mind.
For a shotgun, but presumably for the.
Sell it him back.
To think I would buy such things. Leave this to me.
80,000.
Thank you for your patronage.
That does up to the power of a magnum. Magnum round. There we go. This is the door we're after. Heisenberg's key.
Did you want to save? No.
So we can say.
That was a lot of doors.
There we go. Oh.
You really are a tough one. But I'm tired.
Oh. Used a cheap turboprop engine, but he.
What?
This is the guy. But he's impossible to control. All he does is charge. Too much power output from the reactor, question mark. Completely invincible head on. But the dumbass managed to chop his own arms off on the propeller. Also issues with overheating from running over long periods of time. Conclusion, complete failure.
Jack, time to die. You can hear it, can't you? Someone waiting for you.
It's going to be stern.
Notorious Niles says, think I got the the Wesker Magnum on my playthrough. What's the Wesker Magnum? Is that just a different type of Magnum?
It must be, but Wesker is well, he was the main bad guy in the first Resident Evil.
Oh, I don't remember
We
names.
named that.
I don't have time for this bullshit. Out of my way!
Oh, come on, Bit. Come on. No,
You said you have to get in from the back.
get overheat.
Oh, I see, yeah. And you have to
There he is,
get
there
the
he is.
back bits. They'll get him from behind.
There he is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, shoot it. Sorry, I'll shut up.
if I have some ammo.
Sorry.
No, that was my own. Shoot.
He managed to chop his own arms off. Oh, sad.
Oh! I don't like you.
No, he's not a good guy, is he? Again!
Hello.
Shit.
Okay. Come at me, bro. So they literally put a propeller engine on his chest.
Yeah.
Can you even live?
This is making me feel so stressed. Maybe hit him with the magnum.
Stop running away so slowly. That's having an effect. Now he's on fire.
Oh, that's good.
Oh! Oh my!
Hopefully this is a death rattle.
Hopefully.
Don't go down there.
Oh no, it's a dead end. That's a bad idea. Oh. Ah! Oh! Ah! Where is he? Where's he gone?
Places.
Where's he gone? Oh, come off it.
Maybe he's
Oh, there he
dead.
is. Oh no, that was the front of him. I thought that was the back. Get out of the way.
Oh my god. Flamethrower much.
Yeah. Okay, it's Magnum. Just get him to hit some walls.
There we go.
Come on. Get out of the way.
No, go. Yep. Yes!
Received a message.
Now stay down.
Not gonna stay down, please. Oh no, he is. Okay.
Yay!
Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run to. Okay, right. Ooh,
Well done.
that was okay. Oh, there we go. I had 85 ammo on. Where are you, Heisenberg? Cigar.
Looks like the Duke has been here.
Coming for you, man. Where are you? Walk along this precarious
Oh god, I don't like it.
thingamabob.
Like, what is the purpose of that?
I don't know, but presumably, yeah. There you go. Pull this lever.
Well, you absolutely do, because it was yellow.
Sheboygan. Anything interesting? Go through that door. Oh. Open.
What the?
Oh no. I mean, if you're going up against someone who can manipulate metal like this, you better have a plan.
Not bad.
Yep,
Not
don't die.
bad. You're persistent,
That's your plan.
but I've got a rebellion. So stay out of my way.
Oh!
What the hell? handy pool of water at an appropriate depth that it doesn't kill you. Depth.
It is essentially
That bastard.
That's bastard who's got a mother that he's trying to kill.
Damn, again?
Now what? Here it is. Again, the fact that this is clearly a game that's been designed for PlayStation 5 in mind, and presumably would have only been released on PS5 were it not for the pandemic. It's really cool that it's running on this system so well. Open move. Oh, there's Chris. Hello, Chris. Oh,
I told you to leave it alone, Ethan. You are in the way.
What do you care,
In
Chris?
the way of what?
You killed my wife, you
Explain
son of a
yourself,
bitch!
You think I killed Mia? That wasn't her.
that wasn't her.
It was Miranda.
Interesting.
She's a bioweapon. She changed her appearance and pretended to be Mia. Seems she also survived being shot, so now I'm here to finish the job.
So where's Mia?
Bullshit! Why don't you fucking tell me right away?
Because I knew you would want to be involved. And this job is hard enough without civilians getting in the way.
That's not a good enough
Why
excuse.
us, Chris?
He's pretty nails, Ethan. He would have been helpful.
What the hell is going on?
All right, Ethan. All right. I guess I owe you an explanation.
Yeah, you do, actually.
Hand me that wrench.
Okay. Here's the
What?
wrench. Now what?
What?
Long story short,
Oh, hello.
Miranda's fucking insane.
That was a bit weird.
In this village, all these monsters and freaks, this is her life's work. Some sort of crazy experiment with the mold.
The mold. Like Louisiana. God damn it. All this time, I thought I could save my family. I can't escape from here. I can't do anything.
That might not be true. Take a look at this. My men sent those pictures a few minutes ago.
Miranda.
Keep looking.
Rose. Holy shit, we gotta go!
Relax. My men are monitoring the situation.
But they have my daughter.
You don't get it, Ethan. You don't stand a chance against Miranda by yourself.
What is the thing that he's... Is that like a chainsaw?
It looks like a like a
I will stay down here
chainsaw
and finish
tank.
planting explosives. You take that elevator. I'll meet you topside. I promise you, we will get your daughter back. Together.
Damn straight they
See,
will.
would that have been so
And when I
hard from
find
the beginning?
Miranda, she's a dead
I've seen
woman.
lots of action over the years.
All right, Ethan. You take this, and do me a favor. Try to stay under the radar.
In this.
You can't turn back now.
Let's see, is there any... Hound Wolf Squad. The sweep of the factory is complete. No proof of any connection with the organization. Guess this just wasn't our lucky day. I did manage to get my hands on a number of documents disclosing some of Miranda's experiments with support of previous theories. She seems to have infected herself with the mutamycete, which has granted her a number of abilities, including mimicry. She can control her cells and transform herself to look like anyone or anything. She disguised herself as Mia and infiltrated the Winters' home. To be fair, that's not how you spell Winters'. It would be Winters apostrophe, wouldn't it? Anyway,
Yeah.
her objective was clearly to kidnap Rose. Maybe she thought she could control Rose easier. She looked like her mum. When attacked, it put a little damper on her plans, so she mimicked a corpse.
What?
Then she revived herself in the transport truck, killed everyone on board, and took off with Rose. Things didn't go the way she had originally planned, but in the end, she still got what she wanted.
That does not seem like the most plausible storyline.
Yeah, until now. It's time to rendezvous and blow this place sky high. This might turn into a fight with Heisenberg, but I think I found something useful. He left one of his little toys laying around and is made from a metal polymer composite, which he can't control. Time to turn the tables. Alpha. I think Alpha must be Chris's
Chris,
code name.
yeah.
Hope that's not Chris's. Yeah, is that? Hope that's not Chris's blood. Classic line from the first Resident in the dining room there. Right. Okay. Come on. Hold. There we go.
Metal polymer composite, huh? Time to fight fire with fire.
Well, actually, fire with polymer fire.
I'm coming, Rose.
this is just ridiculous.
Like, stop laughing.
Okay.
Go kick some butt.
God.
You're in like an alien queen fighting
Yeah.
bitch ass machine, aren't you?
Yeah. L1 guard, chainsaw. R2 machine gun fire. Okay.
Infinite bullets.
This could be fun. This could be a lot of fun. I mean, this is very funny. Get away from her. Wow. Resident Evil Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah. Oh!
What the hell did you just do?
Just fired the cannon, sorry. Oops. My mistake.
Have you got infinite cannon fire as well?
I was reloading.
How long does it take to reload?
There we go.
What? Stop it!
I'm opening the door.
I bet you could have opened it.
Like a goddamn cockroach.
Okay.
Take me on.
Yes, I
Oh, and it's a metal polymer because it's plastic. I've just understood that.
Man and man. Your corpse will be another addition to my army. Come on! So this is the power of fatherly love, huh?
do. Reloading.
Oh, crush you like an ant!
Are you aiming for the red bit?
Yeah.
I was wrong. Show me what you got.
Completely nuts.
In the face of my
Down there.
glory. Guess I do have to thank that bitch Andrew for this. I'll kill her with the power she gave me. That's what I call being a good son. Is that all? How I felt. Spending years under the bitch's thumb. The villagers are nothing but a bunch of worthless peons.
Kind of hard to see where the red things actually are.
I think they're quite a wide area, aren't they?
Yeah. I can go into have a look at get anything. Oh yeah.
To the red.
Reloading. Reloading.
Yeah, but you're not hitting the red bit.
No, I don't. Well, I couldn't aim the red bit. All I could do was aim the
Oh,
okay. Wow, I missed a lot apparently.
okay. What?
The snake.
Where did you go?
Oh no!
What's up?
I was just reading the chat. Snake saying.
How have you got out of it?
I don't know. He smashed it.
Oh, balls.
Too bad I'm your only fan. Here we go, Ethan. The final stretch. Well, what do you think? It's hopeless, right? Just go.
Imita's armpit.
Will never win against me. This isn't David and Goliath.
Doesn't make any sense where to shoot, does it? No, I think the head's a good call.
I'll die like the world's watching.
Completely nuts.
Impressed?
He's on fire.
Yeah.
There's a lot of electricity going on.
You really should have taken
Could
my
have given the
deal.
machine once earlier. He could have. Should have.
You'll be frozen in the afterlife. Ruth is tired.
Oh, there you go. We're back in our thing now.
Right after I murdered her.
Chainsaw. Oh no, big cannon. That's a good
Oh.
call as well.
This can't be the end for me. I must
Wow.
kill her.
Wow.
Do you know, I think what we're learning about this is that Mother Miranda has not, you know, shown true parenting skills.
No. No.
Iron
Exactly.
Giant down.
Ethan? I heard explosions. What the hell happened?
I dealt with Heisenberg. Now I'm gonna find Miranda and get Rose back.
Not without me. It's too dangerous. Wait there, you hear me? Ethan?
Rose?
Oh, is that a baby?
Ethan, respond!
Or do you think that's Miranda pretending to... Oh!
Mia?
Oh.
That's not Mia.
She's so important, isn't she?
She's everything
What
to
is
me.
all that tentacly shit in the background?
Yeah.
And mine to me. With Heisenberg gone, you've lost your lead. What are you going to do?
I don't know, but I'm saving Rose.
You'd never know, do you? Even when I took Mia's place in your home. Poor Ethan.
Who are you? Where's Rose?
Oh, there she is.
Enough. Remember Evelyn and her power over them all?
Yes.
Rose is her successor. No. Rose is Evelyn's true, complete form. She will grow to fully control the masses. And I must have her.
Fuck you, you crazy bitch!
Calm yourself. Rose will be saved. The Megamycete catalogs all of us.
My seat.
However, she will be reborn as my daughter.
She's my child, not yours. Where are you? Show yourself!
Why did Rose come to be? Was it because of her parents? And you are truly special case. But I've learned all I can. Your worth as a lab rat has run out.
She's still
Miranda!
bleeding.
Coward! Come on and face me!
Oh, what's going on? Oh.
Don't worry. Your death will come quick. You will join the Megamycete's records.
Pull that up.
I will make sure to sample your blood for later. Once dawn breaks, the ceremony will be complete, and I will become her true mother, bound for eternity in blood.
She nasty.
Is that Ethan dead?
No, he regrew, like...
I've waited so long. But dreams really can come true. Vessel or not, I can't wait to see my true child again.
Hey, I need that, lady. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, I need that.
I kind of need that to survive. Could maybe you return that, please?
Yeah, I've had that for a while now. Whew. Okay.
Captain, I've confirmed the death of Ethan Winters. I wasn't able to retrieve the body, but I've recorded evidence.
Share your screen, and I'll go over the situation. My team and I were careless. Yesterday, we took down the transformed Miranda, but we didn't kill her.
Who knew she could fake being a corpse?
Since Miranda could have infected Ethan, I forcefully took him and Rose with us. But the vehicle they were riding in was attacked. When I got to the wreck, Ethan and Rose were gone. The last time I was able to contact Ethan, I heard Miranda's voice. She murdered him. And she is not gonna get away with it.
Do you think we're switching character?
I don't know.
God damn it, when does it end?
Maybe we are.
What's that, sir? The mission?
All of it. 3 years trying to put this thing in the ground. 3 years too long.
Wow, R.I.P. Ethan Winters. I guess so.
Go get her, Captain. The squad's ready for you.
Oh, we're gonna be Chris now.
Yes.
That's so strange.
So BSAA got here already. They didn't waste any time.
Mission adjustment?
No, doesn't change anything. Terminate Miranda and rescue Rose. That's the mission. Failure's not an option.
Let's have some fun, people. Like old times.
Move out.
This is
Roger.
weird.
Okay.
Someone now is going to be...
K9, I want to know what the hell BSAA is doing here. Find out what you can.
Roger that. I'm on it.
Been a while since we fought together, Captain. When was it last? The desert?
Doing nothing but recon's gotten me out of shape.
But thanks to your recon, we know Miranda's plan.
Couldn't quite believe it when I heard she turned herself into Mia, though. Taking 5 shots to the head's nothing to sneeze at either. Spooky.
So now what? We go back through the village as a member of a, an elite fire team or something.
Literally no clue. I think it's just got a bit surreal for me.
What's this?
BSAA. They've gone too far. Christ.
Looks pretty rough down there. How are you planning on reaching the objective?
First, we're gonna have to take that thing out.
Got your back, boss. Let's get to work.
Everyone watch for hostile bioweapons.
Roger.
Okay, this feels more like DLC.
Made contact with a group of hostile bioweapons.
There's more than we thought. Watch out.
I really hope this ending was better in the game.
Yeah, because I'm like, you're kind of invested with Ethan now, aren't you? And like, for him just to die,
Western route is clear. Moving out.
Roger that.
it's a bit shit, really.
BSAA craft spotted. 2 guards. I can take 'em.
Don't get cocky.
What the hell is that
Still
thing?
more to come.
It's all
Okay.
new to my seat.
Okay.
That's probably where Miranda is. Let's go.
Just Claire Redfield, GBS.
Don't know.
Large mutated bioweapon sighted.
You may be releasing infectious particulates. Keep your masks on. Didn't expect to see the BSAA going so hard.
They had eyes on Miranda, too. Probably
Hey,
thought
boss,
they
it's
needed
me.
to intervene.
I'm at the location preparing for support fire. Might be a minute.
Roger.
Tundra here. Leaving some supplies in one of the houses, Captain. Help yourself.
I don't know. I don't know if this is meant to make you feel like a badass, but it feels a bit jarring.
Yeah, I don't like the fact we've switched characters, to be honest. I like.
Also, the village has lost its sort of its creepiness. I guess we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of cool, but it feels like a different game.
Mirage, I need some backup.
I see you. 200 to the point.
Yeah, it's suddenly just got action, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, literally point and shoot.
I mean, Notorious now saying in Chris's defense he is the original character, which, yeah, totally is the original character, but I feel like for this game you've just invested so much in Ethan that it's a real shame that... Well, I suspect that's not going to be his end, though, to be fair.
Hey, I get eyes on you, boss. Keep moving.
Yeah. Change the voice acting. Yeah. Well, it's also interesting how they can never quite decide on what Chris and Jill actually look like from game to game.
What look like?
So the character models of Chris, if you compare him from
Oh yes, that's
the
true,
remake
isn't
to
it?
5 to 7 to 8. I mean, I suppose 8 looks good. It's like, you know, 3-year-old Chris and version of 7, but still.
My mom's some shit. She thinks she died and gone to hell.
And then, I don't know. Heisenberg is becoming a big thing to shoot at. It's a bit weird.
That's actually typical.
Well, yeah, it's very Resident Evil,
I
but
reached the target location.
I think it
Damn, this is big.
no better.
All right, Lobo. Marking the target.
Roger that, boss.
don't have to go all the way around it or something.
Alright.
Alright. No.
Reloading now. Just a minute. There's a swarm headed that way.
Right. Probably not. We can. Okay. We didn't make that clear, Chris. Get off. Because the thing is, it just automatically shifted to the marking method. Come off me.
Did you enjoy the boulder punching line from Heisenberg?
I'm afraid I missed that. But that's quite a good Easter egg there. Funny. Let me reload. This is French continues to be good.
Everyone okay?
I'm coming from the
Good
hole.
shot.
Break. Damn it, these things are using weapons. Sure they're thinking the same about you. Weapon number firing free throw. We'll finish them off quick.
Oh, and then you've got the stim packs again, haven't you?
Just point the laser at the
Really
target.
reload.
Five more from the mountains. East side.
Like this isn't scary. This is just annoying.
It's action, man.
Yeah. Right, so now, how do we mark them?
You've got grenades if you can mark them.
Another hit. Looks like it's about to collapse. Hold your horses. I'm reloading. Is that what you're
So, you have grenades apparently.
Yeah.
I'm reloaded. Where should I point next? On target yet? Please don't tell me the locator's busted.
Go.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's when you want the rifle, isn't it? Alright.
No. Go. Bit Call of Duty style, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Take that!
Good. Megamycete must be below.
This is the village. This is like next to that statue.
Yeah, do you not notice?
Yeah. No, well, I did, but the location, it just
Oh, I see, okay.
exact location.
I found a way down. I'm going in. The rest of you stay back.
Captain, I compared the mold in the village with a sample from the bakers, and there's no sign of the genome editing we saw in the E-series. The stuff originated here.
I got a tough guy here. I'm gonna need backup.
Boss, you're on the ground.
There's an opening in the roof. Use it.
Okay, I'm going out. Hold on till I get there.
What is it?
It's a sort of old generator version of the guy with climb there. Stay out of his way.
Good. I'll signal with the locator.
Takes forever.
Nice. Thought so.
Reloading now. Just a minute. Okay, Captain. Reload. Ready when you are.
It's a really small area as well. Target him. There we go.
Hold your horses. I'm reloading.
Oh God!
Just about with the grenade.
I'll keep going. The rest of you, stay above ground.
I don't know, how are you feeling about this now?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like we've lost the story a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, I'm kind of like, hopefully this is just a like all-out blowout bit, and then there's going to be...
So if Miranda was the fake Mia, where's the real one? I doubt she saw any further use for her. I don't get any of this. How did Miranda even know Rose exists?
A moldy little bird told her, maybe?
We can figure that out later. Focus on the plan. I found it.
How are you feeling about it?
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Get a great big
Fetus.
Alpha to squad. I've located the megamycete.
So now we can end this mess after all.
About damn time.
What is it?
I think the origin of the molds. I think originally,
And 2 explosives armed.
what's
There's
her name?
enough there
What's
to
the
blow the
girl
whole
in
village
Super
sky high.
Seven,
Let's get out of here and blow the damn place.
Not before I end Miranda. I'm not taking any more chances. I'm going in.
Roger that. Standing by.
Going what, into the blob?
Captain, I have eyes on Miranda at the ceremony site.
Oh no.
Keep your distance. Do not move until I give the order.
The roots of the matter.
I know it's...
What's that? Hidden trophy, find the mirrors. Okay.
What did it say?
Basically just find the thing we just found.
Too late now, but... We really should have told Ethan the plan.
There wasn't time.
There was time,
We didn't
Chris.
expect
Bullshit.
Miranda to act so soon.
Even so, you should have told him.
Yeah.
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 I need more ammo.
This must be Miranda's lab.
Yeah, well, the Cadu's. Interestingly, in Welsh, Cadu means...
So they're using this to control the bioweapons.
Keep.
Yeah. see, so she used to work with... So a little bit like Resident Evil 7, we're going to get like a dump of information at the end.
They do seem to be putting a lot of exposition actually in between the fighting sequences. Have you noticed with the like back and forth on the radio?
Yeah.
Make sure you read all the notes in here.
Okay. Dear Miranda, my deepest apologies for not meeting you in person. I would love nothing more than to visit your quaint village once more. However, I am incredibly busy. Then again, for an immortal woman such as yourself, you no longer need to remember this poor half-dead medical student in the snow. I have always cherished the revelations I came to 15 years ago when I stayed in your village. I was inspired by your research to think one could transform a human by infecting them with an organism. Positively visionary. I knew that with that knowledge I could achieve my own vision for the next step in human evolution. Even after 2 world wars and humanity on the cusp of another, my conviction never wavered. I realized, however, through the many nights of intellectual talks you and I shared, and that your conviction differed from mine. You hoped to bring back a single dead person, while I aimed to change the world. Your experiments on the mold would not have aided me in my endeavour to achieve an exponential infection. I thought a virus would be more effective. Oh. This is the origins of the T-virus. This is why, my dear, I had to leave you. I still regret never telling you goodbye. Spencer, Oswald Spencer, yes. My apologies for reminiscing. I actually have news that I thought might please you. I found the key to evolution, the progenitor virus in Africa. Yes, this is the origin of the virus in Resident Evil. I plan to start a company with friends and colleagues dedicated to virus research. I will call it Umbrella, just like the symbol in the cave that we spoke about. I am one step closer to making my vision a reality. I hope you will be able to achieve your goals someday too. You taught me so much, and for that I will be forever in your debt. Sincerely, lifelong student, Oswald E. Spencer.
That's quite a nice little link, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Because it's the Spencer mansion in the first
game.
Spencer, here. No way.
Wait, whoa.
Yes way.
Whoa, bro. Okay. Interesting.
Mhm.
What else is there? Examine. This is Evelyn, isn't it? My Eva. It's been 100 years since I lost you. Oh no, this is... Oh, okay. To the Spanish flu. I was so powerless back then, but now I can bring you back to life from the Mega Mesite.
Oh, is that's what he's talking about in terms of her being focused around one person?
Yeah, I had to test your new vessel's regenerative abilities. I took her apart and revived her in the Mega Mesite regulator, the Giant's Chalice. All that is left is to merge her with the Mega Mesite. The ceremony can finally begin. After I lost you, I was so stricken with grief that I wandered into a cave to die. I so wanted to be with you again, and that's when I found it, the Mega Mesite. Completely by accident. When I touched the black substance, my mind was overcome with knowledge. The Mega Mesite breaks down and absorbs the consciousness of those who have perished. I knew that if your consciousness was in there too, then there would be a way to bring you back. I just needed to find the right vessel. When I returned,
that Rose then? Is that what the kind of idea is, do you think?
Yeah. When I returned to the village, I implanted the villagers with mold from the Mega Mesite. That way I could control them, experiment on them. I've experimented on hundreds of people just to find the perfect vessel. I even tried to increase the efficiency of finding a vessel by creating a parasite called Kadu. Yet none of my experiments came to fruition. There were some like Alcina, Lady D, who were close to being perfect, but most turned into lichens. I was once approached by an organisation who said they could assist me. I gave them some of the mold and your DNA. but all they created was another defect. Evelyn. And again, not a complete failure. I learned of Rose thanks to them, and I knew she would be the perfect vessel. Now that third company is the company that Lucas was contacting. He was emailing in Resident Evil 7, wasn't he?
Yes.
So that's neither Umbrella nor Blue Umbrella that Chris works for, nor BSAA.
It's just suddenly got very complex.
Yeah. There was some interference, but I was able to verify her suitability. Now my research is finally complete. Ava, I have waited too long to see you again. Examine. So that's Evelyn, Mia.
Yeah.
And that's the guy who was on the ship, I think, with Mia. Yeah. And this is Mother Miranda. Interesting. So it all comes down to Mother Miranda having lost someone. She is with her baby.
Really is an information dump, isn't it?
Yeah. Which I'm not sure is a particularly elegant way of storytelling. One of my favourite ways of storytelling has always been the sort of the half-life reveal of information, bit by bit. But it's intriguing, and this is essentially explaining the origins of everything. Everything you knew was wrong. I need it. Come on, do I have a knife? No, I don't have a knife. Chris doesn't use knives. He just shoots things.
Show me your hands! Umbrise, this is Alpha. Where is Miranda right now?
Still at the ceremony site. Whatever she's doing, she's staying put.
Mia's alive.
God damn. It really is you. I'm glad you're safe, Mia. Why are you here?
I was caught in Houston experiments.
Wait, did you say Mia? Mia Winters?
In the flesh. What's the situation up there?
Kind of a war going on. Nothing we can't handle.
Don't get distracted.
She's not going to be good
Stick
anymore.
to the mission. I'm headed to the ceremony site.
Wait! You can't leave me here. You promised, damn it! You said that you would keep us safe. We did everything that you asked. We moved over here, everything! And
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
moved
care.
them to the
So
same
long as we
country
were
as
together.
Miranda.
So you tell me, where is my husband? Where is my daughter?
Ethan is gone. I couldn't save him, but I can save Rose.
How do you know that, Chris? How do you know that?
Come on. It's not safe here after all.
What do you mean he's gone?
He's dead. I'm sorry, Mia, but we have to leave. We have to destroy this village.
No! You're wrong.
He's not dead.
I tried to keep this a secret, but
He can't die.
you don't understand how special he is.
Okay, interesting. Chris Redfield.
So I think we're going to cut back to being Ethan now.
I don't think he's going to wake up.
Good.
What's going on?
Bring your hands back.
Something there?
What the heck is going on, man?
It's cold. How did I get here? God, it's freezing.
He has grown his fingers back, hasn't he?
This shit in my body.
You're so dumb.
What?
Is it Evelyn?
Evelyn? How are you here?
You're dead.
Okay.
Dead? I mean, Miranda. She... no. I still have to save Rose.
Wrong. It wasn't Miranda. You were always dead.
What are you saying? I can still...
See? Miranda didn't kill you. You mean you didn't think it was weird? No matter how much you got hurt? Remember?
When he had his hand cut off.
3 years ago, the Baker house. You were murdered by Jack. You died there 3 years ago.
That's impossible. No way.
You shouldn't even be able to walk around.
Quit messing with my head.
You shouldn't be walking.
Screw you! What am I? I did all that. Rose. Mia.
Now do you get it? Your whole body is nothing but mold.
So Mia was sleeping with Mold Man.
It wasn't Mia though, was it? It was bloody...
Wait, what? It was Miranda.
Miranda.
It was...
No. Rose. I have to save my daughter.
You're already dead. Dead!
She's taking far too much pleasure in this.
To be fair, that's not true, because you have actually died in this game a few times.
Yeah.
Save Rose!
Weird. I'll save you, no matter what.
How much longer of this do you think there is?
Don't know. Hopefully less than an hour. So Ethan was dead.
Halfway through.
Well, no, I mean after the first third.
No, of Resident Evil 7. The first third, do you think it was?
Yeah. So after you did the opening, the guest house, when he was walking to the family side.
At last, he awakes.
Where am I?
My carriage, Ethan. You were having a nightmare.
I do not trust this fucker. One iota.
Your battle with Heisenberg was a sight to see. But to think Miranda would show herself.
How long have I been out?
Not long till dawn.
Duke, I need a favor. Take me to Miranda.
I assumed as much and am already on the way. You should arrive shortly.
Thank you.
But Ethan, are you sure of this? Your body is, well, falling apart.
Yes.
Foolish of me to ask.
Speaking of foolish questions, who or what are you?
Even I can't quite answer that. We're here.
I owe you one.
Mr. Winters, I'm afraid you can't return to your old world any longer. Are you ready?
Yeah. I have to be. I gotta go.
Do you think you'll team up with Chris at the end?
As you wish. Oh, the assemblage of life and machine. I can feel Lord Heisenberg's essence through it. These hands are more dexterous than one might think. This may be our last meeting. Be sure you have all you need. I saw you eyeing that one.
Omni Raven says get loads of health potions, you may need them. Notorious Pat Niles says so Chris isolated Ethan all along. That's why he moved them.
Yeah.
And buy it I will. Please, be well.
Thanks.
You're gonna take one now. So, how much of that dream sequence was right?
Yeah. Fair question. It's very surreal, isn't it? Almost looks like stop motion.
Out of my way. I gotta keep going.
Ah, little Ava, my beautiful daughter. Come to me.
So you actually are the bioweapon character.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Oh, how I've missed you. What? My power is leaving me.
Rose!
You're gonna have to kill Rose, do you think? That'd be pretty messed up.
Miranda!
Interesting. Your body certainly isn't normal.
Give Rose to me. Now!
You will see. Once I kill you properly,
Get her now! Let go!
I've spent a lifetime creating this moment, and you tried to take it away from me. I will take what is due. My desires will be fulfilled. Rose is mine!
What the fuck?
Not sure the help to heal makes sense. Well, it might work. Well, it might be that the candles work to
You fulfilled your
be
purpose.
very effective.
I thought it just
You disposed of my
healing
false
candles
children and
sped up
awakened
your
the
healing
glorious
ability,
of my
so-
sons.
Yeah.
Now, please do not worry about Rose. I assure you I'll provide her with true peace. So now you can die. Peacefully. You understand the level
Get away!
How can you deny me?
Why the hell can't you realize Rose is my goddamn kid, not yours?
This is
Miss.
I shall put you to rest.
Okay. Come on, Ethan.
The Megamycete saved me from the pits of despair. It granted me this splendid power.
Yeah, right. All it's done is drive you nuts.
So that's all it's done.
She's quite pretty, isn't she, Ruth?
Yeah.
Remember to block.
I feel a little bit sluggish, oddly enough. It's
Feel the dark god's
Do
wrath.
you think it's lag?
no, I mean it's sort of like a fairly slow. You know, despite the stakes. Fairly slow action
You
sequence.
walking corpse. If I combine Rose with a Megamycete, my daughter will be made manifest at last. I've waited a century. A century. All for this. You still stay. I can take him.
Right, I'm down to red. Not sure I'm gonna lift this. Especially drains your health.
Before my even loving wife.
Well, this is the final boss, presumably.
Mhm.
Ah, little Ava, my beautiful. You fulfilled your purpose, sisters.
I didn't
You
know you could do
disposed of
that.
my false children and awakened the glorious.
I think watch the cutscene.
Yeah.
Now, please do not worry for little Rose. I assure you I'll provide her with true peace. So now you can die peacefully. You understand the level of
I'm not letting you get away.
How can you deny me?
Why the hell can't you realize Rose is my goddamn kid, not yours?
She's a mold baby.
Mold baby.
Cease this foolishness. The Metamycete saved me from the pits of despair. It granted me this splendid power.
Yeah, right. All it's done is drive you nuts.
Does seem like a surprisingly good gun choice, doesn't it?
What, sorry?
That gun does seem like a surprisingly good choice.
Oh, great Megamycete, hear my prayer!
Ow. That's weird.
What the? Can you go to? Oh no, you're not. You're not Chris
Now,
anymore,
Mr.
are you?
Winters, I think it's time you left things in my house.
The hell I will.
I will take back my daughter! Die! If I combine Rose with a Megamycete, my daughter will be made manifest at last! I've waited a century, all for this day. For my daughter. Such vitality. Disgusting.
Ow.
Why do you interfere? Surely you have no need of Rose now. So close to death.
She's my goddamn daughter, you psycho!
This is how you end the leaders. To ensure I never see your face again.
Oh.
Is that the best gun you've got? Is that a Magnum?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, didn't realise. Well done.
There we go. Yep.
My daughter! My Eva!
Do you think you'll get a really big result with all of this?
A really good watch, like crystal. Yeah. Hopefully. Wow. Well, I suppose now that they've tied sort of the
Oh, it's a
beginning
baby.
and the end of this together,
Yeah.
I wonder what the next story is going to be about.
Rose!
Come to your moldy daddy.
You mold baby.
It's all right, Rose. It's all right.
Moldy. Oh no.
Or do you think he had to be, in killing her, he's killed himself?
Ethan! Ethan!
Still didn't get to see his face though.
No.
Come on, Ethan,
Because he
wake
looks
up.
like you.
Yeah.
Chris.
Ethan. You did it. It's finished.
I think we've finished each other.
Ethan. We gotta move.
Yeah, it's finished. We're gonna move. Or she's gonna collapse. No, that's the Mega Meese.
Keep moving, Ethan.
Be
There's a bomb in that thing that'll blow this whole village sky high.
100% sure what's going
Look
on
at me.
right now.
When I hit this trigger, we can't be anywhere near it.
You're not 100% sure what's going on.
Well, I'm not,
Damn it.
is that, like,
He's
what
waiting
is
for
that thing?
She's
That's the
alive, you
blob
hear
that
me?
Chris came across on screen.
Alive.
Okay.
Mia,
But yes, hair
I'm so
reveal.
sorry.
Says Smig.
I love you. Keep Rose safe.
Hey. Hey. You tell yourself. Now, come on, it's not that much further.
Watch over her. Teach her to be strong.
Hand over his coat.
Oh, has he got a bomb?
Goodbye, Rose.
Taking the trigger switch from Chris.
Okay.
Because Chris put the bomb in there.
Yes.
At the end.
I hope this is an impressive fireworks display at the end.
Yeah, I don't know about the heart of the mold, but Ethan is made of mold.
Oh, yes. I'm happy with that as an explanation.
Yeah. I suppose it did explain why. But it didn't explain why he's not alarmed that he can just stick his head up.
Maybe he knew.
Maybe. Weird thing.
Rose?
Go, take us up now.
Wait! Where's Ethan?
I think this is probably one of the more
Get moving. We have to get clear.
there's an end
No,
credit scene.
we can't go. Not without my husband.
Cool, thank you for that.
Sit down and strap in.
Not before you tell me where Ethan is. I know he wouldn't abandon us. Tell me
I
what's
think you did
going
abandon
on.
her in the
What
last game, didn't you?
I did actually, yes I did. I chose to abandon my wife, yeah.
You're like, no, we're going to go with this new bird we've just met.
yeah, indeed, yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, we gave her the jab.
Where is he? Chris? What have you done?
He's gone. I tried. He stayed so we could all escape. I'm sorry.
Captain, you need to see this. BSAA didn't send soldiers. This is a bioweapon.
The hell were they thinking?
What?
Orders, Captain.
Pick up the rest of the squad. Plot a course for BSAA Europe HQ. Someone's got to pay.
Strange.
And she has a cute animated baby.
What happens to the castle? I want to live in the castle.
Well, it's still standing. Just
Yeah, yeah.
go
Let's
to the
move in.
weird place in Romania
Yeah.
where they all speak in American English.
The Village of
Oh,
Shadows.
do you think this is going to be like the beginning?
Whoa. That's quite cool. So mother and daughter.
With tentacles.
No, the castle was right there at the end. It didn't blow up at all. Just want to move in?
You could.
Yeah, get moving.
Or you could just spend an inordinate amount of money getting it, you know, recreated in your own home situation. Oh, have a dress, pretty girl.
His voice sounds like it's maybe yours. That was good. That was okay.
Yeah, I am really pleased we finished the story with Ethan.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone was so disappointed that they just stopped.
Oh no, you wouldn't. After that amount of time in the game.
Yeah, hopefully not.
It's very Bjork sounding, isn't it? Oh, it's based on a real castle in Romania. You can go, Mark.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, right, well, we're going.
And you can get a guide to go with all your other guides that you were sorting through today. Never seen so many guides in my life.
Stack of guides, yeah.
Gifts we gave, but more you took, she snarled. So more in turn is due. In a blink, the girl was trapped inside a mirror. Her parents, though, had searched all day and at last arrived. With rampant rage, Father fought the witch, while Mother's loving touch shattered the dark enchantment. But the witch was strong, and Father yelled, "Save our daughter!" So Mother bore their child to safety as the forest was consumed.
This is actually pretty cool.
Even now, the burnt forest is a grim reminder of Father's sacrifice. To this day, any child who stares too long into the charred wasteland will be haunted by nightmares of getting lost while picking berries.
Take it that's not the end credit scene. Something else, right?
I presume so.
Gimmick artists.
I think that was actually quite good.
I think it was quite good. I think it yeah, you have to think about it for a bit longer, but it's good. Yeah. Oh, no, they didn't completely drop the ball.
They didn't completely drop the ball. High praise indeed there, Mark.
No, but I mean, like, when it came to the Southern Call of Duty stuff, that wasn't required. And that
I think
weird
though
boss
sometimes there's kind of like a nice bit like that when there's a big payoff.
Yeah, it can be, but when you...
Oh, you're safe to skip this part the scene plays after.
Okay, yeah, I'll give that a go. I like this though, this is quite nice art. Nice sense to it. Skip. Loading. There we go. Ethan's coat.
Presumably on Mia. Oh, is that her when she's grown up?
Do you think the little boy will be able to touch the moon?
Nobody can touch the moon. It's too far away.
Wait, what if he has a rocket ship?
Okay, then you can touch it, but it'd be very, very cool.
You were being silly. I don't think the moon
So is that what Ethan looked like? There'll be someone who takes that face and extrapolates in a comparison with Mia what Ethan might have looked like.
Hey, Dad.
Why does it matter?
Happy birthday.
It probably doesn't matter.
Sorry I missed last week. I have a lot of tests coming up. You know how it is. Talk of the goddamn devil.
Yeah.
Dirty calls. I love you.
So what's gonna happen next?
Yeah, I found her. Where else? Today of all days. We have a situation. You're needed, Evelyn.
Don't you ever call me that again.
Whoa, it's just a joke, Rose.
I can show you things even Chris doesn't know I can do.
Why did he
Stand
call
down.
her
I can handle it.
Evelyn? I don't get
She's
that.
just a kid.
Way to keep it together, Rose.
Yeah, Rose, pull it together.
You need quite a deal with being
You're
a
not
government
like him, you
asset.
know?
I know.
Dee dee doo. Doo doo doo.
Oh, stretch. Interesting.
Do you think that's number 9?
Probably.
Rose kicking some ass.
The father's story is now done.
Is that it?
And they are going on for quite a long time. Oh, I meant to read it really slowly. The father's story.
There's a theory that the guy at the end of the road is Ethan, since Capcom said the story of Ethan is going to be a trilogy.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
But it does say the father's story is done.
Great
You're
dad.
a great dad!
Let's see what they finish the story at least in casual bit difficulty. Best dad ever. Finish the story on standard difficulty. Yay!
Aww.
And best dad ever. Village of Shadows added. A new difficulty level is available. The difficulty can be selected when starting a new game. Following has been added to the bonus menu. Extra content shop, concept art, figures, challenges. Complete challenges listing in the challenges menu in order to receive completion points. Can be exchanged for a variety of bonuses in the extra content shop. New game mode, weapons, concept art, figurines. Okay. New movies added. Okay, cool. You can get the following weapon from the extra content shop. Finishing the main story, WCX. Challenge completed. Okay, alright, so we earned a certain amount of CP for doing all that. To get unlocking those trophies.
It's good.
Yeah, I suppose there is a guy at the end of the road, isn't there? That they're sort of driving towards. I guess it could be, but that would be weird, wouldn't it? Would it be weird? Or maybe maybe she's working with like a clone of her dad, and she knows that her dad is actually dead.
That doesn't sound amazingly plausible.
I like that you can earn bonuses through gameplay as opposed to having to pay for it. That's quite nice. And that Rose could be Evelyn, since Miranda said the consciousness of people affected by the mold stays.
She could be all of them then, couldn't she?
Yeah, definitely. Here comes it on. Oh, do we need to purchase concept art with the CP?
I don't know.
Extra content shop. Okay, right, yeah. Okay. No, I know. Well, guys, that was good. That was fun. Thank you so much for sticking around for that fourth live stream.
Yep.
It took us 4 to get there. And you have to have a think about that as a story. I guess we'll see what the implications are. I think Rose is the new Ethan, all-friendly bioweapon.
Yeah.
How would you rate it? Oh, that's a good question. How would you rate it as a game?
I think it's good. I enjoyed it. I thought it got a bit weird at the end. There was a couple of... I'm still not 100% sure on that decision to switch characters at the end. I'm not sure what that did. And I think the huge exposition dump in that room where you suddenly get loads and loads of information. Yeah, I felt that was a bit clumsy. But I mean, in terms, I really liked the story. I thought a lot of the characters were fun, nice kind of fight sequences. I really liked the first two, the doll lady and the vampire. I think they're probably my favourite.
Yeah. Definitely top 5 for Omni Revan. Disapproves from the story decisions, but overall, love the scale. So Smeg, I agree with both of those. I think there's an issue though, which is at play with a lot of Resident Evil, and that is I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with it, because on the one hand, even the very first game, it's got all those delicious kind of haunted house monsters and zombies and things. But I think the fact that they have to, it's a bit like what happened with Star Wars. The moment they introduced midi-chlorians and things, you have to explain how the monsters work, then it starts to become complicated and less just simple, I suppose. And so in this instance, I think Village was best when it was a bit of a mystery and and for example, when so the haunted house with the dolls was so creepy because it wasn't, you were going, what the hell's going on, as it were.
Yeah, and I think
they gave you the explanation about the flowers, didn't they, as a hallucination?
Yeah.
So
I kind of wish they didn't have to explain it away in a bit. I think that's definitely a...
Yeah, and yet for some people, I imagine if they didn't explain it, if it was just, scary things happen. So for example, when I came into this game, if you remember, I was like, I hope it's not just magic.
Yeah.
It's not just werewolves, So I guess maybe it's the way they explain it. Maybe it's the fact that they don't just explain it, but then they add on weird geopolitics and all this other stuff that just seems.
And I think as well, quite often the story actually is compromised by the fact you're playing a computer game.
Yeah.
In the sense of it has a certain role to fulfill in terms of playability, and I think that they don't necessarily always get that balance, do they, between the do you know what I'm trying to say? Some of it, you've got to have this sequence of you get progressively harder bad guys, you progressively open more of the world,
and with that will come understanding, so the mystery,
the
fog will dissipate, access to different parts of the world will open up to you.
And that leads to a particularly kind of way of telling a story that sort of limits the story, if you see what I mean.
Niall says I'll give it 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I would go for 8 out of 10.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4, 9 out of 10. Okay. Sorry, I missed that in the chat. that comment just above there? Okay. Oh, no, hang on. We can slide up. Oh no. Yeah. There we go. Would have been cool. Oh no.
Which one are you trying to read?
Omnirevan. Just there, just below Niall's comment.
If it was a little bit longer, just so they could show the full story and not have you read it near the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, maybe if they'd sprinkled that throughout, so maybe if we heard Spencer's name earlier on,
Yeah.
that would have been good. And if there's a little hint of some of this stuff, maybe some early designs for the virus, connections with Raccoon City and this kind of thing. Actually, maybe if there were like, even if it's just like plane tickets between Raccoon City and Romania, that could have been cool.
Yeah.
That's an issue with all these IPs. It's hard to keep the mystery and give answers at the same time. It is, and I think in that sense, because my excitement for a new Resident Evil is almost always based on the initial horror premise.
Yeah.
It's very
That's
rare.
certainly the draw, actually,
Yeah.
for me, because I think from a story point of view, once you were at the big bad, I was kind of not bothered about the fighting bit of it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is the end, and then the interesting end and rounding up and everything will happen after the fight.
But interestingly, I guess in previous games, so even in the Resident Evil 2 remake, which you haven't tried yet, have you?
No.
We'll have to play together. So in fact, we could even live stream it.
Yeah, we could, couldn't we?
In that, what they do was they very lovingly kind of reproduced elements of Resident Evil 2, and where the big bad at the end was the base about to be exploded, so to speak. So they introduced this sense of scale through the countdown, which obviously they couldn't. You know, they went through a phase of having every Resident Evil game end with the countdown and the base exploding. 1, 2. I think just Code Veronica.
But I mean, in terms of that information dump, I've just suddenly thought about they could have even just had some cutscenes with kind of the story. That would have been a more engaging way than having to read it on scraps of paper.
Or have those scraps of paper. Don't just have the scraps of paper just laid out in one room. So, for example, you could have had Lady D could have had a notice board in her room where she monitored. She had maybe a scrap from 1998 about the Raccoon City incident.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's interested in this because Spencer's work is a distraction. It's potentially, all the kids wanted to impress Mother Miranda, didn't they? All of the
except Heisenberg, but yeah.
But so maybe she didn't want to be outshone by this American scientist or something. They could have sort of put little bits of that here and there. Ada was meant to be in the Capcom, her character Ada Wong. Okay. The remake of Resident Evil 4 will be the next game. I wouldn't be surprised, if they're going to redo Resident Evil 4 and then give us 9 after that. I mean, it'd be a welcome remake. Although my favourite version is the Wii version, the moves and shoots. Did appreciate that Miranda had a relatable motive. One thing I didn't like about Innocence was that the antagonist was just bad. That's about it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean but I think that, I mean, I would expect, I think in terms of a decent character development or arc or whatever, for there to be some sort of motive, because otherwise there's just no interest, is there?
Well, it was a 100-year motive. So she lost her child in 1918, 1921, that kind of time. And then for 100 years she's been working on with this megamyosite, or whatever it was called, experimenting on local villages, working with a scientist who went off and created essentially zombies in a lab in the US.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that, I mean, I think that's okay. It's not her dealing with her grief, emotionally well or whatever. But I think that's that speaks of obsession. I mean, people certainly do get stuck in grief, don't they? So I think, yeah, I mean, it's not out there in terms of like but yeah, but in terms of saying that that's something, you know, it's more than saying somebody's just evil.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
No,
is
yeah.
so I would expect, I think, in a modern rendition of anything, for there to be some sort of explanation or obvious reason behind something when you're dealing with a character who is the kind of antagonist.
You know, yeah, in that sense, I appreciated it. I definitely did. But I suppose a little bit like the dump, the info dump, it just seems a bit convenient that her motivation or her methodology didn't really evolve over the course of a century.
Do you not think it did? Because she was trying obviously different things.
And then eventually this other company created the perfect vessel in Evelyn.
But I mean, but you don't know that was the perfect vessel, do you?
No,
but that was but you don't know it definitely was. You know that was the next thing on her list to try.
Yeah.
And that she'd been trying loads of things, and she didn't know if it was, but she thought it was. But and again, it might have been that every single attempt she made, it was like, well, this is the one that's going to work. Because again, I think if you're going to have that level of obsession with something from a character point of view, you have to have this kind of hope, faith, belief that what you are going to do is get to the point where you want it to be.
And also, I suppose actually what you have. Also, incidentally, I hope they don't change Resident Evil 4 too much either. But they definitely want everything on the RE engine because it's convenient to have everything so they can keep on, frankly, keep on reselling the games. Now, especially if they don't lose the original code. But and I suppose actually what you're talking about there is the fact that also is what you have is, or what we see in the children, in the children is a series of ongoing, because they describe themselves as immortal. So for over the course of 100 years, she's been making these different types of consciousness out of mold. Lady Dimitrescu is the most recent, and seemingly was it the most recent, but certainly the most successful. And she herself went on to make 4 daughters for herself.
Yeah.
Out of villagers. So that was an experiment that had consciousness and desires and capabilities. So I suppose, yeah, this progression, and presumably Moreau would be early on, I guess, would be an earlier sort of blobby version. And then you have the daughter, I guess the lady who described as going a bit insane, hanging around with her dolls and feeding people hallucinogenics, so she was mentally unstable.
Yeah, but I think those main characters were ones which were on the path to success, that had some of the elements that were what she was after, weren't they? But they're not everything. And I mean, to be honest, I mean, I very much got the impression as I was going through this that there really wasn't very much scientific method going on at all. Because there didn't seem to be like a linear progression of getting better. No. You know, it was like randomly trying shit. And that was kind of like what was going on with the Heisenberg mutant-y things, with the things at the end. Like, he'd tried different things, hadn't he? But there didn't seem to be any sequence. Like, try this, rule out something. It was like, oh, this was a bit stupid. He chopped his arms off. You know, a failure.
So yeah, there wasn't actually a refinement.
No, that's what I mean. It's just like, but I get the impression that methodology seems to have been the same as what Miranda was trying. Like, there doesn't seem to have been, she got better as time went on. It was like, there's some crap ones over there, and there's this random one that went well, and not really understanding what she was actually doing.
And maybe that was because she was stuck in Ruth.
Maybe. I don't know, maybe we're giving the storytellers too much credit.
I'm sure they would take that if they could. What do we think about the Duke not knowing what he was? That sounded fascinating, if true. That would be fascinating, and I think maybe because it's hinted at that Lady Dimitrescu was given the castle by her mother. So maybe I like the idea, at least at the moment, until it's shown not to be the case, that maybe he was, or his family owned the castle.
I think the Duke has kind of got an allure and an intrigue around him, sort of more so than some of the more explained away elements of the game. I mean, I find like his motivations are kind of obscure. What he was doing was kind of obscure, and I know he's fulfilling a role.
Profiteering isn't really.
Yeah.
Doesn't serve any purpose in an economy that's driven by people who are eating each other.
Yeah. So I mean, I get the fact that he fulfills a function in the game in terms of getting you stuff and upgrades and things. But
was it Raven or I think Omni Raven was saying the fact that he wants these things like crystal versions of different characters and objects from Raven. It speaks of maybe revenge, maybe he has his own plans for, I don't know, fixing his body perhaps.
Yeah, I mean,
he didn't seem to know, because he said, I don't know what I am. So it's interesting.
I mean, I kind of wish, in a way, potentially that he'd had some sort of day outside of his shop. Do you know what I mean? Because it would have been interesting to see him do something other than that, maybe even interact and kind of ground him somewhere. Because I think as well, like, it's a little bit of a shame that he just kind of teleports to these places and sells you stuff.
Yeah. No, actually, I remember there was years ago now, there was a YouTube skit where, for Resident Evil 4, you had Leon walking along in the foreground and there's the merchant cycling in the background skit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can go, oh, look what I've got in my coat here. Do you want to buy this gun? And then you go, and then be running off to the next spot. Oh, hello there. Yeah. I hope 9 returns back to T-virus and zombies now the black mold is gone. Yeah.
I'm not sure the black mold was as enjoyable, was it?
Resident Evil 4. Interesting. So what was that, sorry?
I'm not sure the black mold has been as appealing as a plot device as the T virus, to be honest.
Or the G virus. Or the
virus, I mean, I'm not sure why taking it... Well, I do know why they've taken it away from the virus, haven't they? Because it was a different methodology.
Well, for a while now, Capcom have been in love with like squiddy type monsters.
Yeah.
Really, actually, from Resident Evil 4, they started with the idea of a parasite, and then
tentacles.
Yeah, more in Revelations, all like fishy, squiggly things. I think Resident Evil 6, which I haven't played most of that game. It was just breaking my heart to play it. But in that, there's elements of these sort of squiggly things. They wanted to move towards that.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they're just really easy to physics engine.
Possibly. But then again, you should try. I think you will love Resident Evil 2 remake them. So
okay.
Maybe we should try that. I don't think we'll do it next weekend, or necessarily even maybe we'll give it a month, maybe.
I think it's up to your wife, to be honest.
Yeah, it's definitely up.
Because she clears out, doesn't she, to let us do this?
She does, yeah. She's amazing. She definitely, she lets us basically take over the living room for the evening, or 2 evenings in a row every week. So for the past couple of weeks. With the huge success of RE2 remake, I really want a traditional RE zombie game. Yes.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah. Just go back to George A. Romero type classic horror, and then also, I don't know, try to resist making it too big. You know, because this thing about different organisations, and I mean, inevitably, whatever happens in 9 is going to continue this story. But if they can do something else, like as a side project or as a, I don't know. Yeah, it's just some classic scares, zombie scares in a haunted house. That's all we need, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be welcome, actually. Not that this hasn't been fun.
Well, or even actually, because you've hang on.
I have no idea. I can't help.
No, I know. So Capcom have had interesting zombie-like experiences, such as Dead Rising.
Oh yes.
I said Dead Rising.
Oh, I loved Dead Rising.
Dead Set, but that was the
No, that's the Davina.
Davina
McCall.
Yeah.
Dead
TV series. Big
I was
Brother.
going to say Dead Brother, but I was like, no, that's not right.
Dead Set. the Dead set. But with Dead Rising, I think they had some interesting things going on there.
Yeah.
The idea of the scale of a zombie outbreak, and if they were to do a Resident Evil Dead Rising type game where maybe you have to hold shopping malls,
Yeah.
get rid of the campy psychos and make it basically make Dawn of the Dead the game. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Or do
So
you think the problem
I
is that-
think you do want maybe not the campy psychos, but you do want a level of something other than just zombies in a computer game. Because otherwise it's a bit... But yeah, I mean, what I think Dead Rising got right was they had a reason for you to leave a safe area, which was to go and rescue people. And
despite the constant phone calls.
Yeah. And then you had a reason to like hold up and try. Yeah, was it? I don't know if I played the first one or just the second one, where you're getting like drugs for your daughter.
Yeah, the second one.
Because that was another thing that you had to collect that along the way. Oh, and the timing. Yeah, the timing was another feature of that was quite good.
It was,
but I think if you hadn't had the campy psychos in there, it would have just been a long sequence of very similar style missions.
True, but I suppose that's where you can bring it. Maybe that's where you can bring in. I don't know. I mean, another slightly bombastic storytelling realm that we could draw on would be in, for example, the Marvel movies. Now, just bear with me for a second in terms of Captain America: Winter Soldier. The way that they took a genre of storytelling and then just applied their own wackiness to it. Actually worked really well. It's often quoted as being one of the better of all of them.
I have seen that one, by the way.
And and hopefully it was more bearable than some of them for you.
It was of the same similar ilk.
Okay. But unless, I suppose what I say is that you could just sort of tone down these sort of so for example, you definitely wouldn't have a zombie outbreak based on bumblebees, for example, as it is in Dead Rising.
Oh no, I did love that game.
It is a great game. It's a really, really good game, and it's another great experiment from Capcom. But it'd be interesting to try and I suppose what I'm interested in is also an element of survival. I suppose.
Yeah.
It's called survival horror, whereas this, I guess, what we just experienced is survival by the skin of your teeth, kind of rushing through something horror, as opposed to say managing. I mean, there's a game you have more serious deranged psychos that are legitimately scary. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that could work. Or for example, there's a series not on PlayStation but on I think Microsoft bought them up when they did well on the Xbox 360 digital arcade called State of Decay, which we'll have to play at some point as well. You might be interested in. But basically, it's resource gathering. It is managing other communities. It is quite scary. It's a case of
but Mark, it's not then Resident Evil, because Resident Evil is this type of game, isn't it? You start off with zombies. You have some logical puzzles. There's some bits where you shoot the bad guy.
Okay, well, in that sense, it all comes back down to the name. Then I remember the first time I ever came across the notion of Resident Evil. I won't go and get the magazine, but I have it. Was in a review of the Sega Saturn game, the port from the PlayStation 1 to Sega Saturn. And what was exciting about it was this: I knew nothing about the game. All I saw was the screenshots, and it was just, my imagination was running wild. And it was in the name Resident Evil. If you forget about it as a franchise, this idea that evil has somehow moved into a place. It's taken up residence. It's seeping through the walls. And it's around the corner. And I suppose in that sense, the Spencer Mansion worked so well because it was a somewhat familiar kind of space, even if it's more like a hotel than a house for some people.
But I think this game got that bit right with the dollhouse.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the dollhouse was very, very close, and also the fact, and as I was saying to you, I appreciated the way that actually even Dimitrescu's castle felt like a place that they were living in.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's the fact that they can't resist just going that extra step, I suppose.
Yeah, but again, I think if they didn't, it wouldn't feel like a Resident Evil game. And I mean, I think what you're butting up against here is not a problem. You're butting up against the franchise, aren't you?
Yeah, the fact that it is a slightly crazy, very Japanese in many respects franchise. It's sort of it's Japanese. In some ways, criticism. In some ways, augmentation of the sort of the George A. Romero zombie kind of survival horror situation. And maybe that's it. And, in that sense, I suppose I definitely do not dislike this game.
No,
I think
really
it's
good.
really good, absolutely fantastic. But I suppose it's in that sort of that. I could talk about zombie movies all night, and so in that sense, where it fits in with the genre.
Well, so I would argue actually that it isn't anymore a zombie thing.
No.
And that actually it hasn't been for a long time. And that what it does with the zombie premise is it kind of gives a nod to it and has evolved into something else.
Yeah.
And I think what we're probably trying to do is kind of force it into a genre by talking about it in that way that it doesn't really encompass anymore.
No. Well, and not least because of the simple things like you literally play a character who has his fingers bitten off, and there's no
Well, he wasn't human anymore, was he?
No, exactly. And I mean, in that sense, it's good that they explained that.
But also, I mean, it meant that the violence that you observe to you, like the peril that you see inflicted on you, went really high level at times, didn't it?
Yeah, and that was kind of exhilarating.
Yeah.
To see, I suppose. But I suppose what I'm saying is it runs counter to the whole thing of I've been bitten, leave me, kind of thing. I'm a goner. And I suppose that even if we're not talking about zombies, there is that element of again, this notion of sort of Resident Evil, this thing taking up residence either in a building or indeed within you. This idea of something infecting you, which I guess they did a bit of a bait and switch on us, didn't they? Because right from the beginning of this game, Ethan is not Ethan. Ethan is a mass of
mold. But no, that doesn't mean he's not him.
No, but I suppose what I'm saying is that you don't get that sense of a almost of a perversion of a normal setting, as it says to me, in that sense. They introduce it and it becomes that because you experience how he thinks about himself or seemingly thinks about himself. But in that sense, I don't quite understand how Mia knows that he's mold. You know what I mean? But again, she says when they're arguing earlier on in the game, she goes, "You are special, Ethan."
Yeah. I would argue that being mold isn't appropriately described as special.
But,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, absolutely. But I suppose in that sense, it's the they pulled a trick on us here.
Yeah.
In order to do that, and in order to have us experience the loss and the confusion, and then eventually the story payoff. But if you come back to this notion of being bit or being injected with something or being infected. So in the case of the first couple of games, it was Raccoon City was infected by something.
Yeah.
In this instance, this was much. It's not just that evil is resident. Evil is the world, and also we're getting to a point where actually could that giant organism be described as evil? You know what I mean? It's being manipulated. It's being used for nefarious purposes.
But that's a, you know, that's a existential question, isn't it? It's like, is there anything evil ever? Like, is evil a real thing?
No, I don't mean it like that. I mean it in so much as, again, the one of the benefits of the first few games was this notion of evil corporation. If you don't think about it too hard in terms of profit margins, like, because if you kill everyone, who are you going to make a profit from? But evil corporation is experimenting in nefarious ways, and good guys are trying to stop them from destroying the world. And I just sort of wonder, and maybe there is something interesting, and there is growth to be had in terms of storytelling from blurring those lines and experimenting with the relationships between, I suppose, this idea of normal life and infected life and monsters and humans and all this sort of thing. But then again, the broader Resident Evil world is one that I struggle to really understand, because, I mean, sure, there's the a couple of people have mentioned in the chat, there's the animated movies out there where it's clear that now there are governments who are trying to buy bioweapons to protect themselves from terrorists who have bioweapons, and all of this stuff is kind of out of control in the world of Resident Evil. And maybe that's ultimately where this desire to go back to the zombies.
Well, actually, I mean, yeah, in that sense,
that it's out of control. Yeah.
I felt like in the first couple of games, it could have been the real world. In that sense, like, this could be a bubbling terror that could infect everything, and the scope that you have now, which is like, if this kind of scope of thing was happening, you'd bloody know, wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
And
yeah.
so in that sense, in increasing the scope, you decrease the world buy-in.
You decrease the world buy-in, but also I think you decrease that element of this idea of, like, there's been an incident.
Yeah.
As I say, sort of, something's taken up residence. So in the first games, that's this idea of there were hushed reports of cannibalism in the forest.
Yeah.
And then before we know it, we're surrounded by zombie dogs, and then, oh my god, this mansion's full of zombies. It was again, it was scale. I guess it's scale.
I think that's right. Biohazard name has always been more fitting. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah. So maybe in that sense, yeah, it's a victim of the American Anglicization selling of Capcom America initially, to change it from Biohazard to Resident Evil. But I always found the possibilities really delicious. I wanted to, I just enjoy. I suppose I always enjoy little worlds that you can experience, and I think when you get to a point where, where post Raccoon City being nuked by the government,
yeah,
I'm not sure I can experience that world.
Well, no, because again, and at that point, the scope of it takes it into something that must clearly be a parallel universe or a story universe.
And that's particularly evident in, for example, Resident Evil Revelations, where there's a really, I think, quite a boring level where you're just on a beach going around scanning blobs of sort of infected mucus. Because that's your job now, to go around, and, there's a bioweapon hazardous thing on the beach. Mm-hmm. They sort of blew it apart and literally splattered it on a global scale, which Village has tried to bring it back down. I mean, even Heisenberg was talking about the biggest scope he could imagine was it'll destroy the village. So they were trying to bring the scale back down again, I think, a little bit. But at the same time, it's still a continuation, so there is the BSAA, there's all this other stuff going on.
Maybe it would benefit from like a pure reboot.
Possibly. But then again, they're doing it in the movies, and good luck to them.
Got little to no hope for movies, to be honest.
I don't know, as long as it's not got Paul W.S. Anderson directing, I think we've got a chance.
I don't know.
Anyway, guys, it's gone midnight. That was a good chat, but I do. We have to let Ruth go home.
Yeah,
And,
afraid so.
And also, I need to have a sleep if I'm going to have any chance of sorting all my books tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching.
Yep.
It has been fun.
It's been really good
Hope
fun.
you enjoyed that conversation. The new live-action movie is promising. Fingers crossed. All the fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But yes, we'll leave it there. Do continue the chat in the Discord, the Soupy server. I'm definitely going to be on there for a little while yet this evening. And as ever, guys, until next time, do very much take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.